what's good, YouTube? This is part 2 of 7 years in the game and everything that I've learned in trucking, my my fails and my success. So, as you all know, I ended up going to Roadmasters, and that was basically where I started with trucking school. Was at Roadmasters in Fontana. I paid, I want to say, $5,000 to get my CDL, and I figured cool, because I saw all the things talking about, hey, get your CDL, you can make this amount of money a year, blah blah blah. My first year I could do 80 grand, 60 to 80 grand. I'm thinking, man, that's pretty good. That's almost, as good as what I was making with, working for the county. So I was like, great, I'm not really gonna miss too much, so I might as well just go there, or basically just get my CDL, because I'm not gonna miss much. I'm gonna still be making the same amount of money. So, boy, did I learn different quick. I remember talking to my ex-wife about it. We basically went over the numbers, and it made sense. If this was really true on what I would be making my first year, then it's like I wouldn't have even missed my checks when I was working for the county. So we basically we went on and took the step and took the chance, and I went to Roadmasters. My first weekend, my dad had a stroke and a brain aneurysm. Mind you, when I first talked about becoming a truck driver, everybody told me I was crazy. They were like, you're dumb. How you gonna lose out on pensions and all this and benefits for the rest of your life to become a damn truck driver? I was thinking like, damn, y'all really look down on truck drivers. But I'm gonna try it and see what happens. And I remember my ex-wife and my ex-wife's mom and my mom, like everybody was so anti me jumping into this industry. They all told me I was stupid, and they all looked down on truck drivers like, ugh, a truck driver. And I was like, damn, it's like that. Mind you, I still don't know nothing about truck driving. I just knew that I see them. I didn't know nothing about the money or anything like that. Because, like I said before, my overtime checks used to be like $4,000 and $5,000 with the county. So I was cool, and on top of my annual like salary and everything else. So, when they told me between 60 and 80 a year, I was like, cool, because starting out I was making 65 out the gate a year, working for LA County. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna, that's without overtime too. So I was like, I'm not really gonna miss a beat, So money wise, I'm good. I had a nice chunk of change saved up. I had 401k. I had all that. Like I was straight coming into this industry. And I just didn't know nothing about it, so I just didn't want to buy something and then, be looking stupid. So I was like, all right, well, I'll do this. I can, take this. It didn't seem like that big of a pay cut from what the recruiters told me. But when I started, I definitely learned quick that it was crazy. I started at Roadmasters. 2 weeks into my schooling, my dad has a stroke and a brain aneurysm, and I got hit with one of them decisions to make, that to go be there with him or continue on this journey, right? So I mean, I ain't gonna lie, mentally it messed me up, because it was just like, damn, that's my pops, and he was like really the only person that really supported this decision of me doing this, because he was like, you've always been a hustler, you've always been the type to just get out there on your own and get it, so I know you can do this. And plus I told him by the time my hair reached the middle of my back, I was gonna see $1 million in this industry, which, if people don't know, it takes about 5 years from growing my hair out, it takes about 5 years for it to get to the middle of my back. This ain't the first time that I've had long hair. I had long hair before, and I cut it when I moved to Cali, because I'm not from Cali. I grew up down south. Well, I guess, yeah, you can say I'm from Cali, but I didn't grow up in Cali. I grew up in Atlanta and Alabama, well, Georgia and Alabama. So that's why I say, like, I'm not. It's like I was born in Cali. I was born in Northern Cali, but I was not raised in California. So it's just a whole different lifestyle for me. But like I said before, that was basically, you know, a turning point that I had. It was a hard decision because I really wanted to go to Mississippi, but I couldn't. So I ended up having to just deal with it. My sister kept me on point with everything going on with my dad. And I just learned a lot from that situation. And like I told them, like, he'll be straight no matter what. So, you know, as soon as I got my CDL, my first load, I was going, you know, go see him, which that's what I thought. Mind you, I still don't know nothing about trucking. So I ended up going to Roadmasters, went to Roadmasters, did that, and then I ended up getting hired on with Warner. So from Roadmasters, I went straight to Warner. Started there, and Warner was a cool company, you know. To be new into the game, only thing I learned about at Warner was just how to be a better driver. Can't say Warner taught me how to be an owner-op or anything like that, because they just taught me everything that I didn't, more of what I learned in from trucking school. Warner didn't teach me how to be an owner-op. I still didn't know what an owner-op was. I didn't know anything about owning a truck or anything when I was at Warner. I ended up leaving Warner because I didn't like all the lies. First of all, the pay. You know, the recruiters will tell you anything, and that's what I learned to get you into this industry. And I learned a lot, especially with the pay. I remember my first check was only like $1,400. No, my first check was $365. This was after training. Training was like $400 a week before taxes. I was so pissed because, you know, I went from making damn near $65,000 a year to like $20,000, $25,000. When I say it was a huge just upset, it was a huge upset. Like, I was so pissed. There was times when I first started, I wouldn't even, I would come home and just stay. I made more money at home than I did on the road. Like, I was like, this can't be trucking. Like, this cannot be trucking. And I made damn near, like, I was barely clearing like maybe $650 a week. It was sad. I was like, damn. I was like, wow, so this is trucking, huh? Like, this shit is crazy. I went from making like $6,000 a month to like damn near $2,500. When I tell you it was a heartbreak and an upset, that's exactly what it was. Cause I got lied to for real. And I was so pissed. But I'm lucky I had a whole bunch of money saved up. Otherwise, oh my God. But it's just one thing, I'll tell you this. When you make $65, $70 a year and you get accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And when I got into trucking, oh man, let me tell you, it was a lot of huge adjustments. And I remember talking to my ex-wife about it. I was like, man, this sucks. And y'all know I had my production company, so I would spend more time at home doing that than I was in the trucking. That's probably why I don't be really in the truck like that now. Because I was just like, it sucks. So, you know, that was the first company I started with. And that was when I really realized how much it sucks to be a company person. So I was like, it's time to make some changes. It's time to go to a different company. So I teamed with my cousin. I was at Warner for 6 months. And first month I was with a trainer. I was by myself for a month. And then the next 4 months I was teaming with my cousin. Because he also was a probation officer. And he had got his CDL a month after I did. And our goal was to, you know, build a family hustle out of this. And it ended up not going that way because he realized he was going back to probation. He was like, forget this pay sucks. So that's what he ended up doing. But for me, I stuck it out. So I'll catch you guys in part 3 of this video with the next company I went to, which was Knight. And I'll talk a little bit about that and a little bit about FedEx, and I was a company driver there. But until then, love, peace, prosperity. Catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.